Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I decided to do a prom glam look, so I did this bronze smoky eye makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that subscribe and like button, and yeah, keep on watching. Alright guys, we're gonna just jump right into this tutorial. I am first applying my middle shade. It's like my second or third shade that you would normally use. The only reason why I'm applying it first is because I did not set my eyelids, well, my concealer that I used. And if you're wondering, the concealer I used to prime my eyes is my Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand. And as you can see here, I'm just blending away that little crease I had there and patting that shadow onto my crease, making it as opaque as I would like it to be. Next, I am taking a Makeup Shack T68, and I'm taking this mustardy color that is in the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using that to blend out that shadow. This mustardy color would be considered our transition color, so I'm using that to really buff out that more orangey, bronzy type of light brown. What am I talking about? Brown. And I'm just going to keep doing that until I get it as blended out as I would want it to be. As you can see here in this quick little clip, I applied the yellow, blending out that light first brown that we first applied, but I wasn't as happy as I was with it, so I'm just going to go back into that yellow shade with the same Makeup Shack T68 brush and just buffing that color out even more. Now I'm going to be taking this, I don't even know what color I'm going to be using. Oh my god, can you pick a color, girl? I'm so unorganized. Oh my goodness. I should have had this planned out. I'm going to be taking this like orangey type of transition color. I don't really know how to describe it. It's from the 350 palette from Morphe. And I am using a Makeup Shack. Oh, wrong brush. I am using a Morphe 441, I believe, and I'm just using that to blend that yellow and that light brown shade together, so that orangey type of transition shade will definitely blend those two together. So I'm just doing that on both eyes, making sure that everything is seamless and it's a nice gradient blend. Once I'm done with that shade, I'm going back with that Makeup Shack T68, and you can't even see what I'm doing, but I'm going back with that yellow shade just to further blend out that orangey type of transition shade that I used. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that on both eyes, making sure that again that everything is seamless and blended out to my liking. And oh yes, you see that blend? That's a blend. So yeah, I'm just now going back and I'm using a Makeup Shack T50 brush, and I'm going to go in with the first shade that we apply just to bring that darkness back. And I'm going to do that, just applying it in my crease, making sure not to bring it up too high so it doesn't interfere with the yellow on that second transition shade that we applied. And as you can see here now, everything looks a little bit more gradient. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep... Oh, nope, I'm going to jam out real quick and figure out what I'm going to do. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to be taking this brown. It's kind of like a yellowy kind of brown. I don't really know how to describe it, but again, it's in the Morphe 3502 palette. And again, here I go singing. Now I'm going to be taking my Morphe M433 brush, and this is a brand new one, so it's kind of flat looking, and I don't like it when it's flat. But I'm just using this to apply that directly into my crease. First, I am patting it on my outer V and then dragging it further into my inner crease, making sure that it is blended mostly and the most pressure is put on the outer corner. And I'm jamming out again. That was my song. Like, I was feeling it. I don't even know what song I was singing, but I was feeling it. Alright, back to the video. So I am going to furthermore blend out that dark brown shade. Well, it's not even a dark brown, it's more of a light brown. And now I'm going to be using the Makeup Shack T50 brush with no more product on it, like I didn't dip back in, and I just used that to blend out that darker brown. Now I'm using a Morphe M514 and using that dark brown shade from that Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, placing that directly on my outer V, making sure not to bring it up too high. With this color, I'm going to be adding more dimension and depth. So now I'm starting to build it up and create that smoky look, because I am going to be doing a smoky liner type of thing. It was kind of hard, but it was my first time doing it, and I wanted to do something smoky but still glam. So this is like the start to that. And I'm just going to keep doing that, making sure that I take that Makeup Shack T50 brush and blending out all the lines, not adding no more product on that T50 brush, just using that to blend it out as you would say like a clean blending brush. Even though it's not clean, it still has like a little bit of product up there. Now I'm going to be cutting my crease, and yeah, I don't know how hard this was to like try to stay in frame so you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm just using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20. I think it's 20 Sand, and I'm using a Wet n Wild's I don't know exactly what it's called. I just picked it up, but it's like a flat concealer brush, a small flat concealer brush. And I used to use the bigger one, but it was kind of harder, and I like how this one is more like defining. So I'm just using that to do a half cut crease, and yeah. Once I'm done cutting both of my creases, I'm going to be taking some Laura Mercier translucent powder and a random brush. This is a Wet n Wild brush from their holiday sets, and I'm just going to use that to set my crease. My concealer that's I use to cut my crease. And I'm using a clean brush only because I'm not adding any shadow onto my crease, so I want it to be as clean and sharp as possible. So always make sure that when you are setting your eyelids, make sure that the brush is clean if you know you're not applying any other shadows, so anything won't interfere with each other. So yeah, I'm just doing that. And now what am I doing? Oh, I'm just doing the other eye. I kind of forgot. I filmed this like a couple weeks ago. No, I'm lying. I filmed this like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I'm just using that, making sure that I set every place on that concealer. And then I'm taking this shade, this like orangey reddish kind of shade, and I'm using a Morphe M433 brush again, and I'm just using that to blend out that outer edge so everything is seamless and there's not a harsh line. And since this brush is flat, it works perfect for that. Like, it blends it out perfectly. So I'm just doing that. Now I'm taking this chocolatey brown, and it's probably one of the darkest shades that I have used so far. And I'm again taking the Morphe M514 and using that to place on my outer crease to again add more depth. And this just like really helps again with the smokiness, and I'm just making sure that I make it as dark as possible. While doing this, I made sure that I kept that color as close to my outer edge as possible. I did not want to bring it in my crease only because I wanted to create more depth and dimension. So I kept it there, and I'm just going back again with the brushes that I previously used to blend out everything. And it's all about going back and forth. Like I said, you really want to make sure that you're going back and forth so that everything is seamless. And now what am I looking for? Oh, I'm just going back again with that shadow and that yellow shadow. I'm blending it out. Now I'm using my NYX liquid black liner, and I'm using that to create a wing. And when doing a smoky wing, I would suggest making sure that your wing is more up, like going towards your eyebrow rather than out, making your eyelids a little bit longer, only because it helps when you smoke it out. And that's what I learned. As you can see here, I made it too far out, like too straight, so that way there was a gap between the wing and the shadow, and I did not want that because I was doing a smoked out wing. So that's one thing to keep in mind when doing a smoky eyeliner look. So now I'm just taking this black from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and I'm just using that to smoke out the liner, taking a random liner brush, angled liner brush, and just applying that black shadow on top of the wing, and then taking some of the black product off and blending that out. You'll see that in the video I wasn't like happy with the wing. Like, it was just not working out because I did not lift it up as high as I should have brought the wing, because like I said, there was a gap. I don't know if I said it, I kind of forgot, within a minute literally. But it just, it didn't come out how I wanted it to be. But again, it's just makeup. You can always take it off and do it again. Was I taking it off? Hell no. But you can always take it off and do it again. Makeup is just like a learning process. You learn as you go. So again, I learned that I just had to bring that shadow out a little bit more. As you can see here, I'm just blending out that black with the browns that we applied to our crease and outer edge, and it's just all gonna work out. You just have to push through it. Again, it's just makeup. It's not that serious. It's always able to come off and be redone. But again, I was not doing that because ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, it just all worked out in the end. I just had to push through it, and I did, and the look came out beautiful. So yeah, as you can see, it looks really blended out, and I'm just gonna do the other eye off camera eventually once I get to it. Like, I'm just going back and blending everything together with the same brushes that I was previously using. And yeah, so I'll just come back talking when I finish the other eye too. Here's the winged liner a little bit up close so you can see that it did work out. Now I'm just doing the other eye like I said. I think I already did it. I can't see because the mirror is in the way. Oh yeah, I did it. And I didn't really like this eye as much because it was a little bit more rounded out and not as sharp as the other eye was. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling that eye. So, but again, it worked out. You know, I just pushed through it, and I'm just fixing it, going back and forth with the black. Now I'm taking a makeup wipe and just cleaning that edge of the liner, making it as sharp, because again, I didn't like how kind of dull this side was. But I'm just cleaning up any fallout, sharpening up that line, you know. It's just all about going back and forth and cleaning it up. That's what I did eventually. And eventually later in the video, I went back with the black liner and just cleaned that edge and made it a little bit more darker and sharper. So yeah, you know, just cleaning up the makeup, finally getting rid of that dark spot on my face. See, this is where I went back with the liner and just sharpened it out at the ends, making sure that it is as black as possible, more towards the wing. And my skin looks terrible. This is when I was going through it with my skin, trying to get it back together. It was that time of the month, so you already know my skin was not cooperating with me. If you guys do want to see a skincare, like, my skin right now looks beautiful. But again, I'm just going back with the black liner. I am all over the place. See how quick I just jumped to the black liner when I was talking about skincare? I am going to do a skincare video. My skin isn't the best, but yeah, like I said, I will be doing a video. So now look at how sharp that is. But then I realized that it was too long, so I just went back with the makeup wipe and just cleaned it up. Now I'm going back in with some concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape, the same one that I used to prime my eyes, and just cleaning up that outer line, making it even sharper and just cleaning it up just a little bit more. Now I'm just taking some dark brown shadow to blend out that black and brown together again. And what am I looking for? Oh, the smaller brush. I'm just taking that smaller blending brush and just blending everything together. You know, this is real repetitive. It gets annoying. You guys are probably annoyed, but yeah, I'm just doing that and just cleaning up the other eye. And then once I'm done with that, I will come right back because I really forgot what comes next. So now this is what we got, you know, looking real cute. And now I'm going to be taking this kind of bronzy glitter from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm just taking some Too Faced glitter glue. Is it Too Faced? Yeah, it is. The Too Faced glitter glue, and just a really defining liner brush. Like, I even cut it, the brush, like the bristles, in half so that way it's even thinner. And I'm just using that to apply the glue only to where the crease is made, not on the lid, just on the crease. I'm just using that to, well, how do I say that? I'm just using the glue as a guideline and as an adhesive for the glitter. Like, duh, that's what glue is for. So yeah, I'm just doing that, making sure I'm as precise as possible on both eyes. And you want to take your time with this, only because you want the line to be perfect, because again, it is glitter. Once it's glued on, it is not coming off at all, unless you just have magical powers. So here I'm just applying the glitter. It's a really thin line. It's not too much. It's just to add some, like, bazam and glazam and whatnot to the look, because it was looking a little too matte and we needed some type of glitter or shimmer or something to it. So yeah, just gonna apply that to both eyes. And yeah, once we got the glitter liner on, this is just a close-up of how everything is looking. Now I'm just going to go back again with that concealer and just sharpen up that edge once again, making sure it is as precise as possible. Again, I'm going in with a makeup wipe just to clean up everything, make sure that I have everything off of my face, because I'm about to do my face makeup off camera, and I'll be right back once that is all done to do my lower lash line. Now that my face makeup is done and I am baking, it's the perfect time to do my lower lash line. So I'm just taking this shadow from the Morphe 3502 palette again and just using a really small blending brush and making sure that it's not as fluffy, so that way the shadow stays on my lower lash line, because you don't want it to go too far down on your under eyes. So I'm just making sure that it's real defined, and I'm applying that shadow, then going in with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, taking these two shadows together. And again, it's just the same colors that I used in my crease, but I'm just doing it a lot quicker instead of doing one shadow at a time. So I'm using that to apply to my crease with the same little stiff blending brush. It's like a bullet brush. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm just using that to blend everything together. Well, that first shadow with these two shadows. Now I'm taking the black shadow from the Jaclyn Hill palette and connecting the wing to my lower lash line, because I am going to be adding black eyeliner, so it just helps blend all together. So yeah. Oh, this looks so good. Now I'm going to be taking that blending brush again and just blending everything together, because you do not want a harsh lower lash line. So now I'm just taking my Morphe sponge and some translucent powder just to clean up any harsh line that I had there. Also, if you don't have any fallout, this helps. Now I'm just taking this black eyeliner pencil from Sephora. It's their sample size ones. I got it with my points. You already know them points be getting you right, like they really do. So I'm just tie lining and putting that on my waterline. I was really about to start crying because that eyeliner poked the crap out of my eye. Now I'm just going to be taking my lashes. These are the Boldface makeup lashes in the style Bold is Beautiful. They are my favorite pair of lashes ever. And first I'm going in with my Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. When I tell you this line that Maybelline came out with is so bomb, I used their eyebrow pencil to fill in my brows in this video and I just loved it. Like, that collection is amazing. Now I'm just applying my lashes, and if you're wondering, I use the House of Lashes lash adhesive glue, whatever you want to call it, and I just applied my lashes to my lash line. I honestly would have used a different pair of lashes, more of like a cat eye lash, because this is kind of like winged out and more focused to the end, as you can see here. It still came out nice, but just a little tip, I would have used something that flares out more towards the outer edge of your eye, so it just fits the look a little bit more. But yeah, now I'm just applying some highlight. I just thought I might add this. I'm just using my Laura Geller Gilded Honey mixed with my, oh no, I'm wrong, I'm using my Amrezy highlighter with, my Amrezy highlighter that is with Anastasia Beverly Hills. And now I'm just removing any foundation on my lips. A lot of people like to keep the foundation on, but I don't. I just feel like it looks crusty, and especially if you're doing a liquid lip, it just does not look right. So I'm just clearing my lips and applying this NYX red lip liner, and then this Maybelline, I don't remember the name of the lipstick, but this Maybelline lipstick is one of their new like lipstick collections, so I'm just using that, and it smells so good. And the wand, I love how flexible and like pointed and flat the wand is. I'm just fixing up my lipstick here with some concealer, and this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, have a good one, guys.